By the shores of the Swatara, off Route 22, there are loyal sons and daughters, give all to be true. Jonestown Borough. I had a chance to research some of the ordinance of Jonestown. One of them dated back before cars. It was a speed limit. Jonestown's first speed limit had to do with how far a horse could trot in a minute and a half. Isn't that awesome? Hey, up here, we're coming on the square of Jonestown. On our right is the Jonestown Zion Evangelical Lutheran Church. They first opened their doors in 1853. Yeah, there's always a bunch of neat angles that you can look at when you're checking out churches and other type of architecture. Hey, look at this. Look at this, kids. At the entrance to the Jonestown Lutheran Church, there's a headstone. Mentions 1853, and it says something else there. Can you tell what it says? Awesome. Now we're traveling north on North Lancaster Street. Over here you see what used to be the Swatara Collegiate Institute, built in 1859. It eventually changed from being a college to an orphanage. It was run by the Protestant Episcopal Church, and on Sunday mornings in the 1940s, 50s, into the 60s, you could see the kids marching down in single file along this road into the church in Jonestown. Today, as you know, it's the American Legion. Now up here, boy, this looks like the Borough Hall up here on the left. This Borough Hall was the original location of the Jonestown Bank and Trust. When they outgrew the home, they moved over across the street to where the ABC laundromat is. I'll show you that in a minute. Hey, look at this, guys. Right here, we're going past the Swatara Coffee Company. Oh my gosh, I love their lattes or latties or however you pronounce it. Look at this, guys. The historic Buck Hotel. You know, there's a lot you can learn about this by going on the various websites. Like, here's Jonestown Bank. They moved into this bank during the Great Depression after having been over in the laundromat starting in 1870. This square saw a lot of things. As you can tell, kids, Jonestown from the very beginning, even before the Revolutionary War was growing as a town, and then even before the Civil War, they were worshiping, learning, and eating here in Jonestown. How do you turn this thing off now? Hey, before I bridge into a story about a bridge, here's the Jonestown Elementary School, kids. Right over here at this marquee, that used to be the entranceway of the Jonestown High School. It faced what is now the Fortna's Garage and Used Car Shop. Now we're coming down here on a bridge site. This bridge was originally the Bucknell Covered Bridge. I want to see if I can find a picture of that for you. So, until the early 1950s, there was a covered bridge right here. This one is about to be renovated. I'm glad that the state government takes good care of our bridges and doesn't take shortcuts. Speaking of shortcuts, the rumor was that arson brought the end of this covered bridge in the early 50s. After the burning happened of the bridge, gas cans were found in that location and the whole place stank like gasoline. Could it be, as rumor had it, that a man living in Bunker Hill wanted to take a shortcut and find himself getting into Jonestown without having to go the long way? Fascinating story. Hey, these workers, as you can see, I'll try and zoom in on that sign, they're following COVID safety patterns. This bridge is going to be closed in a couple days for several months. Oh my word, guys, check it out. Here at the Jonestown Elementary School is buried not only a Civil War soldier, but also a veteran of the American Revolution. Unbelievable history. Yeah, so anyway, this discussion of shortcuts makes me want to take a long cut. And just a little teachable moment maybe for all of us during our pandemic. Don't take ethical shortcuts right now, especially when you're doing your work for all of your classes. Give it your very best. Your head will hit the pillow at night knowing you gave it your very best. That's the way to live, guys. Take care.